Welcome to this week's Fighting Scots Sports Report. I am Tyler Trumbauer. On Saturday, the cross-country teams took the short trip to Slippery Rock for the 2015 PSAC Cross Country Championships. The women came in defending team champs and looked to take one of these back to Edinboro. The women's race was first at Cooper's Lake Campground. Freshman Ida Narbaval pulled away from the pack after a few Ks in the 6K course, a very hilly course this was at Cooper's Lake Campground. As she went through the castle there and took the individual crown. Emma Sullivan was the next Fighting Scot to cross the finish line, taking 16th in the women's race. Now to the men's race, which followed at 11 a.m. In this one, rain began to fall during the race, but most of the pack finished after it got underway, and that didn't hinder senior Elliot Martinkevich, who got out to a nice quick start. He led at one point, fell to third, but took second behind Logan Mountain of Lockhaven. However, the top storyline was the ladies going back-to-back with their championships. The teams now begin prepping for the Atlantic Region Championships, which are on November 7th and are hosted by Lockhaven. The women's volleyball team had a pair of home matches this past weekend, hosting California University of Pennsylvania and Seton Hill. Edinboro continued its hot play, moving to 25-2 overall and 14-1 in the PSAC with 2 more wins. Both were 3-1 triumphs against Cal and Seton Hill. However, in both matches, the opponents got out to a 1-0 lead in the match, with the Fighting Scots tearing off 3 straight wins to win those matches. The ladies hit the road for a pair of games this week. They visit IUP on Friday and Clarion on Saturday. The women's soccer team also had a pair of home matches this past week. The ladies split their matches this week, losing to Slippery Rock 1-0 on Wednesday night before bouncing back with a 2-1 win on Senior Day this past Saturday at Sox Harrison Stadium. Alex Brown and Jansen Hartman netted the 2 scores for the Scots in the win on Saturday. The squad wraps up its 2015 regular season this week, visiting IUP on Tuesday and Mansfield on Saturday. If they qualify for the PSAC playoffs, they would play on November 3rd. The football team hosted Mercyhurst on Thursday for its annual Fighting Scots Fighting Cancer game. Edinboro was hunting for its first win of 2015, and it looked good out of the gate in this Thursday night matchup. Following a Hurst 3-and-out, Mitch Thomas took this punt to the house, 47 yards, making it 7-0 in favor of Edinboro just minutes into the game. Its first lead since week 2 as well. Things looked even better when Josh Kibbe got that interception after a batted Hurst pass, which set up Corey Bell right here for his 2-yard rushing touchdown, the first rushing touchdown for a non-quarterback for Edinboro this season. However, all of that just disappeared. Mercyhurst rattled off 17 unanswered points to finish the first half. Started with that pass from Emmerich to Jaquan Williams. The Lakers followed it up with an Emmerich scramble for a touchdown here to make it 14-all. And then Dylan Condis tacked on right before the first half with a 24-yard field goal to make it 17-14 for the Mercyhurst Laker as Condis puts it through the uprights. However, down 3 in the second half, Scott Browning said he liked his chances at halftime. Down 3, Jake Sisson has a scramble of his own and takes a lead 21-17. Boro fighting back in this one. But then all of that, Mercyhurst had other ideas, scoring 21 unanswered after that, continuing on, hopefully, as that would have supposed to continued, but it doesn't. So they end up winning 38-28 in that one. Alex Caratelli with a 76-yard pass afterwards, which we hopefully, potentially, we're supposed to see. The team hosts Slippery Rock on Saturday at noon for its 2015 home finale, which is also Senior Day. Also, the swim teams competed in the Westminster Relays on Friday night. The women won the women's competition, with the Boro men finishing second in the men's team race. The teams host Allegheny College on November 13th in their next action. That's all for this week. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at ETV Sports to stay up to date on all the latest Boro athletic happenings.